Select your trigger hard. Emergency! The target is approaching. Are you ready?
STPL. Hello guys and welcome to today's STPL. Let's jump straight into our series today. Starting us off, we're going to have Wico and ReV facing each other. It's Clan Wico currently second in the leaderboard. ReV a little bit further down, but still should be a fun series. This is the first week in a while that we've seen more than Protoss really from ReV. It looks like, to be honest, we were kind of lucky because given the amount of Protoss players on Wico and the amount of Protoss players on ReV, we could have had 4 PvPs here, which, I don't know, that would have been a bit rough. I'm glad we didn't get that. But basically, we've got a PvP to start us off, Digger vs LML, another PvP, Speed versus Mastery. Swan versus Cryok is going to be coming up after that, and that's a ZVT. And then we're going to have a PvZ between Last and Eriador. So thankfully, Eriador is a race picker, because otherwise we would have had at least 3 PvPs. Although he is a Zerg main, so I guess it wouldn't really matter. But still, it should be a cool series coming up. I am a little bit tired because it is Monday, and I'm always tired on Monday, but we'll get through it. We know what we're doing. We've been casting now for like 3 or 4 years, so I should be used to this by now. But somehow even now, after doing STPL for like 3 years and always doing it Monday, Wednesday, Friday at the same time, I am still not ready on time ever. Like, I can't do it. Like, I'm late for everything. I think that's just me. I don't think I could do anything about that either. I think I'm just forever going to be late for everything. Or like, I'll be early, but then I'll be anxious that I'm going to be late all the time, because that's basically where I sit, and that's what happens. But either way, let's get into our first game. It's going to be on Tears of Goddess, and it's going to be a PvP, so let's not waste any more time. Let's get into it. Okay, starting us off down here in the bottom right hand corner in the brown, fighting for Wico, it's Digger. And spawning up here in the top left hand corner, fighting for ReV, it's LML. Lucky Noob saying time to buy GameStop stocks. I wish I had GameStop stock, man. If I could have made a load of money off of the stock market and then just got out and then quit my job for like 3 years, I would be happy. Like the people who got in GameStop like the end of last year when a share was $5, they are raking in the money right now. It's insane. I wish I was smart. I wish I understood the stock market. To be honest, one good thing that's come out from all this meme stock thing is I actually understand the stock market more now. I understand what shorting is, what futures are. I had absolutely no idea about that before, but because so many people have made so many memes about it now, I understand it. I've become a smart man. As Steelix says, ape helps ape, ape buys and holds. I'm gonna wait for the next meme stop to come up, and then I'll try and jump on that. I've got some like spare money that I would be happy to gamble as such. But yeah, memes are important, man. Okay, we've got LML going for a relatively quicker scout than his opponent. It's not super early or anything. He is going for just a gateway scout. Both players going for a gateway and a gas. So nothing too crazy going on there. Now, one thing I will say, just while we're waiting for stuff to happen, if you guys like Smash Bros. Melee, someone's recently released a version of Melee that you can play on Slippy, where they've added Wolf as a playable character. Mewtwo King made like a long video explaining it all, and Wolf is really cool. He is kind of like a mix between Falco and Fox, obviously, like he is in all the other Smash games, but it's kind of cool that someone's done that, you know? It's weird, and you can play it online as well with rollback netcode, there's no lag. I didn't play the version with Wolf yesterday, but I was playing Smash Melee for about 2 hours with one of my friends from Japan without any lag at all, which was really, really nice. Well worth doing. Core coming in for both players. And while we're kind of waiting for stuff to happen, I know there's people that don't like the fact I don't use a face cam anymore. One of the main reasons why I don't do it is I can't be bothered. And I can't get a green screen, and if you don't have a green screen, it looks garbage anyway. Like, I'm not gonna lie, it's probably made me a little bit more lazy about my appearance, because I don't have to show myself on camera to anyone. But like, I went through a period where yesterday I trimmed my beard for like the first time in like 3 months. I don't know. It was like 3 months I think it's been, so I feel like I've like cut my face off. I've got such little hair there now, it's crazy. But yeah, I've definitely got a lot more lazy about how I look, because I don't have to go anywhere, so that mixed with like severe anxiety for most of the time means... Oh, nice pick off of the probe. Looks like LML gonna push forward with his Dragoon, push back immediately, or pull back immediately when he sees his probe die. Yeah, I doubt I'll ever use a face cam again, to be honest. Like, you'll notice I've not really used the VR thing either recently, and that's because it's a massive pain, and Steam VR has this weird bug with games where essentially if you turn your headset off, or you open the Steam menu, it doesn't reload the resolution of the game properly, and it causes like severe lag, and dealing with that mid-cast is just something I can't be bothered with either. Ryan Mel just asked me an incredibly weird question. He said, do you ever miss your cat? Yes, I do every single damn day. And are you ready to admit that dogs are better and finally get one? Dogs are not better, they are way too much work. They are so dumb. I do not want a dog, ever. Okay, we got an engagement in the middle of the map. We've got 3 Dragoons against 3 Dragoons. Looks like neither player wants to commit just yet, though. LML doing a pretty good job of scouting around, just making sure there's no hidden proxies, no hidden bases either. I think he wanted to try and get the probe in, but obviously the Dragoons coming back here is not going to cause that to work, but Digda did chase the probe away. I do want, well, okay, so I was looking into getting a new cat, but because in the next couple of years I'm thinking about seeing if I can go to Japan to live there for a year or so, I don't want to do it just because it wouldn't be fair. It wouldn't be fair on the cat and also whoever I got to house sit either, because finding someone to cat sit for that long would be pretty bad. And I wouldn't be able to leave the cat for a year either. There's a program that the UK does called JET, which is essentially, if you've got no Japanese ability, you can sign up and go and live and teach English for a year. But if you have Japanese language ability, oh no, that is not what LML wanted to do at such a crucial moment. Looks like Digda moving forward to try and get into a position of attack. Shouldn't be able to break through here though. But basically, if you've got Japanese language ability, you can sign up to work in like local government in Japan. And then if that goes well, you can get a proper visa and stay there. So given I'm not really sure what my future holds for me or what my plans are, I'm kind of holding off on getting a cat just because I would get way, way, way too attached and I wouldn't be able to leave them. But yeah, I miss my cat every day. It's very lonely when you don't have a pet, when you live on your own. We got the Nexus coming up. Obviously, Digda getting his Nexus up a little bit faster allows his economy to boom a little bit quicker here. Looks like LML was kind of hoping for a little bit of a fight in the middle of the map before he went for the engagement, but didn't quite get it, so not really too much to go on for the moment. No support bay for either player just yet. Both play. Oh, sorry. There's a support bay for Digda, but none for LML. So obviously Digda is going to have the tech advantage moving forward. 3 gateways for both players though. Definitely going to be helping LML out a little bit, but it's going to be the Reavers that are going to cause the big problem here. Looks like LML trying to go for the kill here on the Observer, and he gets it. Nice move. Meanwhile, LML gets his Observer into the base, so LML going to see everything that's going on here. Will be able to see the Reaver as well. Won't see the shuttle spawn. There is no shuttle coming just yet. It's going to be 2 Reavers used for defense. So I think we should really see LML look towards expanding, because he should know that he's not going to be able to do any damage anytime soon, because you can't really push into Reavers. Okay, so we've got 4 gateways on both sides. Obviously, well, LML getting his gateway up a little bit quicker. LML choosing to go for the support bay as well. He's not actually going to go straight for Templar. I thought he may do, but this does mean he's going to be behind in Reavers, which is something you don't really want to be in PvP. But both players playing this quite passively. It is quite an easy map to defend on. So that's why I don't think we're seeing any major aggression coming in from either player. But Digda does have a timing now. He's got a good supply lead. Obviously, quite a bit of that, in fact, most of it is in workers. But as the game goes further on, he is going to get further ahead. And with this additional tech, if LML cannot kill the shuttle with the Reavers in, then LML is going to be in a lot of trouble here. Now looks like LML trying to find a way in to deal with this army. He's kind of figured out that it's coming towards him, but this is going to be a problem. LML has no units back in his base defending. The shuttle flies straight in with speed, and the probes haven't been all pulled away yet, so there's going to be dead probes here. That's a good 5-6 probes that have already died. Oh my god, the workers have all come back. That is way too soon. Okay, oh, they did run away again. I thought for a second that he had all of his workers, but look at this. He's going to be able to get the Reaver shuttle. The Reavers do fall out, though, so they are going to be able to kill some of these Dragoons. He's not target firing perfectly here, so he is taking a while to kill the Reavers. Looks like he is going to get one, but there's one more at the back of his base that he's going to struggle to deal with. And while this is happening, Digda could actually push forward with his Dragoons. Looks like he's not going to take that opportunity, but these Reavers have done so much damage. From like a 12 supply lead, which was mostly workers, he's now up nearly 20 supply. And that's definitely going to be causing LML some problems. But LML, of course, does have the Reaver again. He is actually, well, he's not tied the Reaver count even. Digda got his 3rd Reaver a little bit quicker. LML still with only 4 gateways against the 6 of his opponent that are coming in. And he's going to be behind in tech as well, so I think we're kind of watching LML slowly lose this game, but he still does have a chance of coming back. Okay, so we have the Nexus here as well. Chat right now is certainly something. If you're watching the Twitch VOD, you may as well check out chat. That's a good point. Next game is Master Ray. I need to make sure not to call him LML. I've gone 2 for 2 without not calling him LML. Like, I haven't called him LML in 2 weeks now, so gonna have to keep up that tradition. Okay, so LML's way back into this game, he thinks, is to take a third base and go from there. Now, will this work out? We know he's down nearly 40 supply. He is down 40 supply now. I guess I wasn't wrong, it was 41 before. But Digda, I mean, his army is way better at the moment. Like, he is not going to be able to fight this army if he chooses to go straight up. We have 2 Reavers for both sides. We've got 2 additional gateways finally coming in from LML, but there's no additional tech, no Templar archives, and there's not that many units. I think there's only 1 non-Dragoon unit at the moment. He's starting to add on more Zealots, but I mean, look at the army composition for both players. LML definitely in a better, Digda definitely in a better position, but do we have upgrades for either player? No upgrades just yet. We do have 2 Reavers dropping off at the Nexus. This is going to cause more of a hassle. Oh my god, the probes are coming in at the worst time. A lot of them going down. Oh no. Oh, that was definitely a misstep here, and the Reavers are going to be able to get away as well. Looks like he is trying to move up here with some more units to catch the Reaver. But this is a place you cannot assail with ground units. And all of the Dragoons have been walked away from the expansion. And here come the Reavers again. I think this is game over. This is what happens when you move all of your units on 1 or 2 hotkeys and you don't leave units to defend. You have to split your army better when there is some form of aggression coming in, or stuff like that will happen. Digda so far ahead now, he's starting to add cannons on as well to make sure he doesn't get caught off guard by anything. Looks like some stuff went down in the STPL Discord as well. We've got the shuttle sitting on top of the shuttle here as well, which means it's not going to be helping out in this engagement. And when you're 60 supply behind in PvP, you are never going to win an engagement unless you have like the world's best Reaver Scarabs in the entire universe, or the best Storms. You're not going to win this, so if Digda just pushes, I think he wins the game here. LML moving back and forth, posturing for position, but I think this is going to be it. I do like watching PvP engagements like this. There isn't actually any Reavers over here, but one of the Reavers getting microed back. This could be a good engagement with the Reavers coming in, but Storm is coming up now, and the Storms are going to be legendary here. The Reavers are not going to be able to get away. Reavers go down, the Dragoons going down to Storm as well. And I think this is game over. Meanwhile, while this is going on, the Reavers came back. That's it. GG. LML taps out. We'll be back with game number 2 after this. Okay guys, welcome back. We are going to be heading into game number 2 here. Starting us off in the 12 o'clock position is fighting for Wico, going for something a little bit cheeky here. It's going to be Speed. And his opponent down here in the 6 o'clock location, fighting for red in the pink. It's Master ReV. Now Speed is his name in game, and he looks like he's going for a speedy build here to end his opponent as soon as he can. Blindside, of course, the 2-player map here. He is going to be going for a proxy gate. Now, does he go for 1 or does he go for 2? 2 is kind of the big, I want to win the game right away. 1 proxy gate is still good as well, but I mean, it's not the end of the world. Wait, can you wall this in with gates? I don't think you can you? If you could, that'd be a really cool idea. Okay, Master ReV going for a gate in his base. That does not surprise me. Looks like Speed is going to go with just 1 proxy gateway, but of course it is right outside of his opponent's base. If he wanted to, he could add a pylon here and a forge and go for like a forge cannon rush on Master ReV's like expansion here, but I don't think he's going to do that. Now, the interesting thing about this proxy is it's immediately going to be scouted. Like, unless Master ReV didn't scout at all, there is no way that doesn't get scouted here. We've got a proxy pylon coming in here as well, mannering one of the probes. Not the biggest of deals, but I saw that Steelix in chat said the game you're playing in the beginning, Trigger Hard, looks like you play Tyrion. That's basically a Tyrion copy. I mean, it's not really a Tyrion copy. It's just more a shmup. So there's a lot of shmups that are good. I've not played Tyrion before, but it's definitely good. If your video has stopped, reload the stream. It works fine from what I can see. We got 2 gateways coming in from Master ReV. Speed. I was going to say this is Speed Zealot, but Speed Zealot isn't quite here yet. So somehow, despite proxying outside of his opponent... Wait, hold on. Yeah, this is Master ReV's gateway. I wondered if it was Speed had built the gateway in his opponent's base, but he didn't. That would be a really boss move, and that's exactly how... oh my god, he's killing the probe that's trapped. Now, he's got 2 probes so far. Not the end of the world. He has built 2 pylons to do this, so it's not obviously the biggest, most important rush in the world, but Master ReV definitely doing an okay job. So far, holding this off. He's not lost too much. Speed actually saving his pylon, but does need to worry more about the Zealot count. I'm genuinely surprised we didn't see some form of building come up in the main, like a shield battery or something. That would have been a very good move. Because Speed is just getting further behind now. He's ahead in workers, of course, but he's going to be behind in zealots, essentially eternally, until Master ReV messes up. And that's a problem. You don't want that in PvP. Like, if you're behind when you're proxying, the game's essentially over. The 2 proxy pylons have gone down. That's a lot of money that Speed isn't going to get back. And he hasn't really got a good return of investment so far. LML, I thought, sorry, oh my god, I did it again. Master ReV, I think, has basically only lost about 3 probes. 4 probes, maybe? A single zealot, if possible. I just saw Lucky Noob say got him in chat, but I mean, this is just too many zealots now. And Master ReV can just pick all of his zealots up and run across to his opponent's main right now, because 1 zealot is not going to be anything to worry about. Obviously, you don't want to make sure you don't lose any probes, because he is behind in probes still. And he did cut probes for a little bit. He's obviously been microing quite heavily, so he was queuing probes to make sure he'd get them. But Speed isn't going to be able to defend the following counterattack, I don't think. Okay, another one of the zealots has gone down. Now, what I do wonder about is why Master ReV never put any zealots on his ramp. This is a two-way ramp, by the way, so it goes up then down. Kind of don't really see that in Brood War too often on, like, especially small ramps like this. But it's quite an interesting little bit of kit that Minerals put on the map. But like, if he'd have just gone with all of his zealots a little bit sooner, this game I think would be over. Because these gateways were very, very late. I mean, now Master Ray has kind of lost his ability to attack. Just because there is going to be Dragoons from his opponent a lot sooner. Master Ray finally now going into his Dragoons, but they're quite delayed. He's down 2 workers, down 1 supply. Okay, sorry, he's down 1 additional supply other than the 2 workers. Now, Master Ray did a pretty good job of keeping this Zealot alive. I swear they do this deliberately. Why do they keep sending each other out right next to each other? Stop doing it, Red. Stop doing it, you're evil. I can't even blame the fact that LML's in chat today, because he's not. It's just someone said the word LML and it got stuck in my head. Doesn't help that I casted his game just before. Have we got no music? We've had no music the whole time, I've only just realised. Protoss music's so good I don't even realise when it's not playing. Although, to be honest, I must admit, like, the Protoss music is better than the Zerg music. The Protoss music sounds a lot like the, like, Elven music in WoW, and I really love that. Lucky Noob now not happy. Okay, looks like Speed gonna be coming in here for a counter of his own. I didn't think Master Ray would be able to get attacked like this. I mean, Speed doesn't have that many units. I think maybe Master Ray is playing a little bit too defensive. He's got enough to kill this. He needs to go attack, I feel, but the longer he waits, the more reinforcements that are gonna come down here. Looks like Speed is literally just rallying at his opponent's base. Speed with the Robo come in already, the shuttle coming in as well. And he might actually just opt to, oh my god, what is Master Ray doing? Why is he just donating units? I don't understand what he's doing right now. The worker count is equal with Master Ray pulling ahead actually, but he's donating units, he can't afford to do this. I'm really not sure what the benefit of this was. Like, he had enough to break out. I swear he had enough. But he just threw away 2 Dragoons for free, and now he's going to be behind again. Okay, so he does save one of his Dragoons. I guess he wants to scout, which does make sense. But Master Ray is getting himself contained. His Robo is only just now coming up. The Robo support bay is on the way here for Speed. The shuttle is already out, and with the shuttle coming out, it means what he can do is he can just literally elevate her into the main base. Like, being ahead in workers doesn't really matter when you're so far behind in units. That was a nice probe snipe for certain, but I mean, it's not really a big deal in all things considered. Now, Master Ray didn't see the shuttle. I don't think he saw the Robo either. Now, one thing I will say is, yes, he denied the Nexus, but at the end of the day, Master Ray is not getting out of his base. He is completely trapped. This is a hard contain, essentially. And did I say LML again? I give up. You know what? I'm just going to call him LML. It's fine. And then if Master Ray loses this game, then LML would have lost 2 games today. That's it. Like, that's what we'll do. It's Master Ray's fault from changing his name from Horatoss. I don't know why he was Horatoss to begin with either, but he was always Horatoss in STPL and now he's confused me. Yeah, but Master Ray is in a lot of trouble here. Like, how do you break this position? You walk out with your units choked up, and they go into a big concave here. Like, this is going to be difficult to break. And we've got our first ReV out already. That is going to be heading towards the main base. And there's nothing back here to defend. Observing, I come in and check the north side of the base here. Oh, there is a ReV from Mastery, which will help him break out. Nice positioning of these zealots as well to create a semi-wall. But you need to pull the ReV back. You definitely do not want to be losing that ReV. The shot on the ReV still hasn't moved, but that's a nice scarab. And that's going to allow Mastery to break out the base, but as soon as he leaves, this ReV is going to come into his main. And much like LML, Mastery doesn't have his unit split right now. He's basically focusing everything on trying to get out of his base to expand. But that's going to leave him vulnerable to a counter. Now Speed's expansion is obviously already up here. It's been up for just a little bit. Only just kind of finishing up just a few, well, just about 30 seconds ago or so. Look at this. Here comes the ReV. Mastery completely unprepared. There's nowhere for him to transfer his workers to either. And this is a really nice place to drop the ReV. Oh my goodness. Oh, 5 kills already. 6 kills. This is going from bad to worse. There's going to be such another massive scarab here. Another 3 kills. That's 9 kills overall. Mastery is going to try and come in from the side to break his way towards his opponent's base. But this ReV just keeps killing probes. 29 probes to 9. And Mastery has to go all in. The only thing he can do now is go all in. There is no other option. That is it. He is out of time. His ReVs are not going to be in a position to go attack. He only now has a shuttle. And this is do or die. This is a do or die situation. Speed did lose a lot of units when Mastery broke out of his base. So maybe Mastery can pull off a miracle here. He is 30 supply down, but 20 of that is workers he doesn't have. And about 4 of that is the shuttle and the ReV down here that's doing absolutely nothing. Now, Mastery has cut probes. He is going all in. I mean, he could obviously save for a Nexus, but I don't think it's worth it. He has to go right now. The longer he waits, the further behind he's going to be. Looks like the ReV shuttle came way too late, though. And I think this is just giving his opponent too much time. Speed is the one thing that Mastery does not have. The ReV coming in here to the main base again, killing another 3 probes. This is just too much to handle. Mastery, unfortunately, is going to lose his final 6 probes as well, almost. That was another 3. Another 2. He's down to a single probe. And he is going to try and break through, but it's 2 ReVs against... how many ReVs? 2 ReVs against 2. Can he break through? The defensive positioning is very, very good, but the ReV is doing a lot of damage here from Mastery. Can he pull off a miracle? Can he break his way through to a victory? The ReV is getting a little bit caught up on the Dragoons, not doing as much damage. The final ReV is about to go down, and GG, Mastery taps out. Speed wins game number 2. And we'll be back in a couple of minutes. Starting us off down here at the bottom left-hand corner in the red, fighting for red, it's iRk. And his opponent spawning down here in the bottom right-hand corner in the blue, subbing in for Swan, it's Mutali. Now, I'd like to point out, this is why top versus bottom is good. We had black versus grey. You know what? Black versus grey isn't that bad. Black versus grey looks really cool, actually. But I'll keep it as red versus blue to make it easier for people who don't have an IPS monitor. Because I know there's a lot of people who recently have been complaining about like black on the minimap. But when you have an IPS monitor, it's really easy to tell when it's on creep. Like, it's not difficult at all. Okay, so it is a TVZ. We do have the Zerg music, unfortunately, so once again, I've been robbed the opportunity to listen to the best songs in the game. But Lucky Noob gets his Zerg music, usually we end up with the Protoss music, so I suppose Lucky Noob gets a win for this time. 12 hatch coming in from Mutali. Very standard build in TVZ or ZVT. iRk looks like he's going to be going for 1 Rax fast expand as well. There's no gas coming in just yet, so this is shaping up to be a very, very standard TVZ. Now, iRk is a relatively standard player as well. I would argue that at least before in the STPL, iRk's TVZ was his best matchup by quite a way. When you look at his win rate, he's 9-1 against Zerg with a 90% win rate. He even beat True Touch when they played on La Mancha back in Season 3. That was July last year. The day before... Wait. The day before my birthday I was casting? I had no idea about that. There we go. So iRk's last game against Zerg was last year. Was against True Touch and he won. So we'll have to see how he's going to do. Obviously, if he wants to keep Red alive in the series, he's going to have to win here. Or he is going to be in a lot of trouble. Now we've got the command center coming in. Now I do wonder if we're going to see iRk go for a 2-Rax Academy build, if he's going to go for a late mech build, or if he's going to go for a +1 5-Rax. +1 5-Rax isn't really something we see as much anymore, given the fact that Zerg kind of did learn to deal with it, but it's been kind of long enough since we last saw +1 5-Rax properly, that I get the feeling that if someone was to bust it out in the meta today, it might do well again, because basically all the Zerg builds at the moment are built to counter like 2-Rax Academy builds. But there we go, second Rax coming in, around 21 supply. We're going to see the gas coming up. We should have the Academy starting as soon as he possibly can afford it. And everything is looking peachy fine. And Mind Flayer, I'm actually casting on YouTube as well, and you've got quality options over there, so if you want to check it out, you can have a look there. You should be able to change the quality. Like, as much as I like Twitch as a platform, as a streamer, it's really not a fair system. I think YouTube is a much better platform, but not as many people watch YouTube streams, so like if I could just stop casting on Twitch, I probably would do. But most people watch Brood War on Twitch, so it's like if I don't cast there, people aren't gonna know I'm streaming. It's just like YouTube just gives you quality options. Like, it doesn't matter if you're a partner or anything, they just give you quality options on your stream. And not only that, because everyone like exports their VODs to YouTube anyway, it does it automatically for you. You don't have to do anything. Like, the actual options for the VODs are so much better as well, because you get analytics. And you get the ability to add chapters as well, so you can like set timestamps. It's just so much better than Twitch in like every single way. If anything, Twitch really annoys me with the fact it became such a monopoly on streaming. Because the fact they're so big and there's no competition, they're never going to make anything better. Ever. Unless you're in like the, well, technically I'm in the top 1% of Twitch somehow, because if you have like more than 3 average viewers, you're in the top 1%. But unless you're in the like top 0.1% of Twitch streamers, Twitch don't care who you are. I mean, YouTube obviously doesn't have that much competition as a video service. But I don't know. So Creative, the way that the affiliate system works is depending on the time of day you're streaming, if you're an affiliate, you might get the quality options or you might not. Like, sometimes I will get the quality options, but sometimes I won't. It comes down to demand. Like, if your stream is big, you're more likely going to get quality options. But it's not a guarantee. Okay, it looks like we do have the muteless coming in. This was a 2-hatch muter build based on the timing of these muters hitting the base. He's not going to be able to do too much damage. Krark doing a really good job defending against the mutelists already. We have the Marines in the main base. 3 racks only for the time being. +1 coming in along with Marine range. The third base, though, is already up here for Mutali. So if he can get his Hydra Den up, his Lurkers ready very quickly, it's going to be quite hard for Krark to push in up here. So we'll have to see how that's going to go. There's only 2 turrets up here, but the Marines coming in at the perfect time, going to do a load of damage to the Muters, going to get nearly 2 of them, and this should actually prompt Krark to go for an attack here, I feel. He's killed enough, well, he's hurt the Muters enough that any push is going to cause a lot of trouble. Thing is, Mind Flayer thing, it's alright so far. Twitch has to provide a lot of processing power to now scale a stream. So does YouTube, and YouTube do it. And Twitch for streaming are the biggest service. They should have the servers to handle it. Yeah. Like, Amazon are the biggest company in the world. They have so many servers, they can handle it. But it looks like Krark gonna push out in the middle of the map here. Krark stimming all of his Marines there. A little bit of a mistake. Not going to get a lot of damage done, but still, not the end of the world. He has enough medics to be able to deal with this. And he is going to start heading towards his opponent's third. But we already have Mutali here with the Lurkers coming up. And when you get Lurkers on top of your ramp in your third base, it's basically impossible to break into it until you get vessels. So Krark should really change where he's pushing and head towards the natural. That'll give him a little bit more space. Now, is Krark gonna see the Lurkers, and is he gonna know that they're stacked? Because that is such a dangerous position to deal with. We've got the Lurker at the front. He goes for the scan, so he does know there are Lurkers at the top of the ramp. But does he know how many of them are there? Is he gonna try and run up the ramp here? Is he gonna think that that was the second Lurker? Looks like he's not going to take the bait. Oh my god, he is. He's going to lose all his Marines. Oh no. Oh, that hurts so bad. That hurts so bad to lose all those Marines. Krark definitely thought that that Lurker on the ramp was the third or the second Lurker. That was a gamble. It didn't pay off. But we're going to see more Lurker. Oh my god, there's 4 Lurkers here. Oh, people who burrow on top of other Lurkers are so mean. So good. Such a good move. But Krark, 3 racks, a little bit idle at the moment. Not actually building anything. I don't know if he's saving up for a command center over here, but does need to get on top of macroing, because if he's not on top of his macro, he is not going to be able to deal with it. And Mind Flayer, you're unable to walk by 2 Lurkers that are burrowed, because they will just kill most of your Marines when they go on the ramp. You can't beat 2 Lurkers at the top of a ramp with Marines without either D-Matrix to run up and waste the Lurker spines, or irradiate on the Lurkers. Now Krark going for a scan. Now he's gonna see the Lurkers, but is he gonna know how many there are? If he pushes into this, I don't know. He's going to be in trouble. Now the Muta's coming into the natural, seeing if they can do a little bit of damage, but taking a lot of damage from the turrets as this happens. Still better than nothing. We've got the bunker down here as well without any Marines in. He should probably fill that up if he wants to. Our third base is up. We're going for the fourth and fifth hatcheries up here. We've got the Nidus up already as well. So Hive is done. We've got the Defiler Mound coming in. And as all Terran players know, when the Defiler Mound is done, it is so hard. But oh my god, Mutali actually with a mistake here, coming out a little bit too soon. Good spread by Cryok on his Marines. Is he going to break through? There's nothing back here to defend. The Marines are going to get into the natural here. There's no... Oh, there is a lurker burrowed under the Overlords, but only one of them. And that misstep by Mutali to push out onto the map may have just lost him the game. Defilers are not going to come in here. Lurkers coming from behind, though. Good spread on the Marines. Can he kill the Lurkers before they get him? The tanks at the back going to be doing a bunch of damage as well. And I think this could be game over. There is nothing to attack back at home. The tanks sieged up here in a position to deal with the Lurkers as they spawn, and the Marines getting into the main base. So many drones are going to go down, and I think Cryok is going to win his 10th TBZ in the STPL and take his score 10-1.
In the flea market so early. I've been working here since my mama was a baby. Just because the rhythm is slow, that don't mean that you can't flow. In the rain or in the snow,
in the rain or in the snow,
got the funky flow.
got the funk flow, got the
In the rain or in the snow,
in the rain or in the snow,
got the funky flow.
got the funk flow.
All you ever need is to be nice and friendly.
All you ever need is to be nice and friendly.
All you ever need is to be nice and friendly.
All you ever need is to be nice and friendly. All you
remember, strike it rich, the key is love. Save everybody from way up above. I can sell a bottle cap like this.
I will try to sell a cap like this.
I can sell a bottle cap like this.
I will try to sell a cap like this.
I never dream it would be like these. I am the #1 ruler of the 7 seas. The skunk over here will bring you luck.
The skunk over here will bring you luck. The skunk over here will...
The pump over here comes with a truck.
The pump over here comes with a truck. The pump over here comes with a...
Oh yes, I had a lot of fun. I meet a lot of bucks and now I'm on the run. In the rain or in the snow,
in the rain or in the snow,
got the funky flow.
got the funky flow.
In the rain or in the snow,
In the rain or in the snow,
got the funky flow.
got the funky flow.
Let me tell you something that I never told you before.
So guys, welcome back. We're here in game number 4. We've got Last spawning us up here in the top left hand corner for Wico in the blue. And spawning up here in the top right hand corner in the red, fighting for red, it's Ariador as our Zerg player. Looks like both of our players are lagging a little bit. Of course, it is Norway versus South Korea at the moment, so that does happen. Who did Ariador play against? Oh, Ariador played against Scan last week, didn't he? He won against Scan as well. Forgot about that. Okay, so Gateway first coming in from last. Looks like we've got a hatch first coming in from Eriador. This was on 11 supply, so it's a very early hatchery here. Not going for an overpull, which is a little bit more common these days. Also, Red Metal saying Red's been bringing out the big guns lately. They've basically been bringing out the same roster the whole way through. There's no way... Wait, hold on. Is there a way they can make the playoffs? Mathematically, I don't think there is. Okay, so they might be able to. They're 7th at the moment. If they can win this series today, they have a shot, depending on what happens with iRk and Naz. Oh my god, the drone... Oh, the probe getting a drone as well. That is heartbreaking. Heartbreaking for Eriador, but not the end of the world. The pool is coming in as well. Now, Eriador, one interesting statistic about how he plays is we often end up with a lot of really long games to him. His average game duration against Protoss is actually 21 minutes, which is kind of ridiculous. Like, if you think about how someone can have an average, so this is an average over how many games? He's got an average over 17 games. He's got a 70% win rate against Protoss. And yeah, that's a 21 minute average. That's crazy. That is a good point. Red have had a lot of Protoss players. I swear Eriador has been playing though. Maybe I know Cryok's just come back, but I think Eriador's been around since the start of the season, although I'm not 100% sure. I find it hard to remember things. Like, there's so much going on in my head that it's just like my brain and memory is just not good. I always remember stuff that there's no point remembering, and then the stuff that would be useful to remember I can never remember. But the probe's still being annoying, still coming in, coming for another scout here. Eriador with a few lings here, not going to be able to do too much against the wall, but the cannon isn't done yet, so he could try and break his way through one of these zealots, maybe this one. Looks like that's going to be what he's going to try and do. He's actually going for the forge to force the zealot to come out. And if he can knock down the forge, that would actually be a big, big win. Obviously, the third hatchery coming in means Eriador does have the option of going for a 3-hatch Hydra bust, but I get the feeling he's going to go into a lair first. Eriador not really the kind of player who goes for 3-hatch Hydra very often. And I think on this map especially, it's quite hard to go for 3-hatch Hydra, given there is so much room for cannons. Yeah, we should have that lair coming in at 100, and is it 125 gas? I couldn't remember. I guess we'll find out. Yeah, it was 125 gas. He's built... Wait, what did he just spend his gas on? Oh, he spent his gas on Ling speed. Okay, that's a weird one. I guess he does need Ling speed to deal with the zealot counter that's coming towards him, but he should be able to hold on to this fairly easily. He's building up a lot of minerals, so I guess he's going to dump them into hatcheries soon. I mean, there is a chance he goes for a Lingolin, but I just don't see Eriador doing that very often. Lair is 100 gas. Okay, so still no lair. But there's no Hydra Den either, so... Oh, there we go, Hydra Den. I mean, this is a little bit late to go for a Hydra bust. Like, you need your Hydra Den a lot sooner than this. But looks like Eriador is going to try and go for a counter with his Lings. There's not many cannons. There's only one so far. And could he actually break through here? There's not too many zealots. We do have the 4th and 5th hatcheries coming in, so there we go. Yeah, so I actually started using polls to, the results aren't online, but I did start using polls before BSL did, and then I stopped because I realized how annoying it was for me to have to do everything. But if Lucky Noob can use the poll extension on my channel, I don't know if he can. But if he can set off polls, then if he wants to do them, he can. Or if someone else wants to do it as well, I can make you a mod. As long as I know who you are. Basically, it was just more work to add to what I was already doing on my own, so I was like, okay, I can't be bothered with this. The results don't get posted online until after the games have been played. The only people who know the results of the game as well are the people who played the games themselves. Okay, Evo Chamber coming in. Still no lair from Ariador, which is strange. Definitely delaying that quite a bit. I do wonder if he's going to go for a lair at this base, maybe, given it is so close to his opponent. Maybe better to keep that one alive. Because Last is going to come in with a lot of Zealots here. This is a nice Sim City. It's going to be quite hard for the Zealots to get through here. Obviously, they can filter through. But with good Hydra placement and Link placement, that shouldn't be a problem. Oh, and Lucky Noob has figured out how to do a poll, so I guess Lucky Noob is going to do polls from now on. But that's probably not a poll you should make. I think there's a poll system in Brood War now. Not in Brood War, in Twitch. Okay, we've got the Zealots pushing in. Hydra's on top of the ramp, struggling a little bit against them. I thought he had enough units to be able to defend against this, but drones are actually getting pulled here. Nice stop micro on them to kind of glitch the Zealots out, but they're still doing damage. Variador should be okay here, I feel. Like, there's not too much to worry about as such. His drone count is still relatively high, even after losing 3 throughout that engagement. The poll is over, and we won't have a poll like that again in future. Stop the count. Stop the count. we shouldn't have a poll for that. I voted for Doc, so I was one of the 2 people that voted for Doc Holiday, or 3 people, sorry. Now won the poll, but that was a fraudulent election. There were fraudulent votes. I heard that people were voting that aren't even alive anymore. It was all mail-in ballots, all of it. The biggest steal of the century. The biggest steal of American democracy was that poll right there. I'm gonna like submit Giuliani to go like try and persuade the courts. I did not see Doc Holiday stream yesterday. I don't know what Doc did yesterday, but now I'm kind of worried. Okay, we've got 6 hatcheries now. The lair is done. Overlord speed coming in. Now DTs are starting to come in, which is going to be a problem, but looks like one of the DTs is going to find the army and going to go down. The other DT going to find the sunken and go back home. Oh, this is really clever. He's going to come in with the Zealots at the same time and try and kill the Sunken. There's only 2 Hydras here at the moment. That is not going to work out very well. But the Zealot's not doing all that much, actually, so there we go. It's not the last, it is the Wico last, but a different one. But Ariador with a good number of units now in the middle of the map. He does have that evolution chamber, which has been kind of, I'm trying to think of the right word, like not pegging away. What do you say in English when something is like, yeah, どんどんやってる, how have I forgotten how to speak English? I don't know. I'm trying. Is it pegging away? Picking away. Is it picking? Okay, either way, he's been slowly working his way on getting +1 attack. Chipping away, that's it. Thank you, Pebble. I am so bad at English, oh my god. It's my native language and I'm terrible at it. But there we go, looks like we are going to have Ariador pushing forward through the middle of the map. Looks like we are going to have a DT come into this 4th base, which is going to possibly stop this. The Overlord coming in at the right time to help this out, but is he going to be able to kill the units before they get there? Ariador doing a bit of a better job than poor Mastery and LML has done, and he's kept a lot of his units out in the middle of the map here, not pulling everything back. But there is going to be a lot of Storm coming in. These Hydras are very, very clumped. Nice. A nice dodge on those first two Storms. They're not taking too much damage, but that third and final, the fourth and final Storm, the fifth and final Storm doing so much damage. But Ariador still does have Hydras remaining. Is going to have to fall back. But trading relatively efficiently there is Ariador. The supplies are very close, which as a Protoss player means you are in a lot of trouble. Oh, apparently there's a betting option on Twitch with channel points. If I have the ability to do it, I'll put it in. That could be an interesting idea. Mind Flayer saying German is apparently the most precise language. Would that not be French? French is a language that literally has an academy set up to stop new words entering the French dictionary, right? Is that what that academy does? Maybe I've got that completely wrong. But, like, French does not change. Or was Mind Flayer making a joke about, like, German engineering or something? So upgrades, we've got +1 attack against most likely 1-1. Yep, 1-1 is going at the moment. +2 is about halfway done. We did show those off just a little bit before, but nice Storms by Last so far. Ariador doing okay though. He's secured his 4th base. Looks like Last is going to try and go for his. Cannon's coming up here. Not quite the Cannon King. Venom. Apparently Mind Flayer is actually a German engineer. I didn't know that. Okay, this is looking pretty good for Ariador. He's got a good position to defend his 4th over here. We've not really seen any engagements happen on this part of the map so far. So it's kind of cool being able to see this here. LML is apparently a German engineer as well, but you work in IT, right? So you're a software engineer. But here we go. Looks up. I keep saying here we go. Ariador with a nice spread, but still finding it hard to deal with the units of Last's army getting bigger and bigger here. The trades getting worse and worse. Obviously, the longer the game goes on, the worse it gets for Zerg, unless they can set up big lurker fields, and that is exactly what he's starting to get here now. And that base on the high ground should be able to be defended. We've got another Sunken coming up here. This is 5 Sunkens even going to be defending this base. Hydra's coming in from behind. I'm going to use the zoom out function so we can see all of this engagement. It makes it a little bit jarring to watch sometimes, but this is really, really cool. Now the units at the back have all disappeared. Let's zoom back in. Storm on top of the lurkers, but still not able to break through. This is so much damage being done by Ariador. Great Storm on the ramp, though. And the drones are killing... Wait, has he killed... Did he kill a High Templar with a drone? I feel like he did. Yeah, software engineers are engineers. That's what I mean. But like when I think of the word engineer, I think of like someone who builds like bridges and stuff like that. I know that's not what engineering is on its own. Software engineers are definitely engineers, so because you're still engineering something, you're engineering software, but like if someone takes a degree in engineering at like university or something, they're taking a degree in like standard engineering essentially. Not that there's a problem. Okay, so let's look at the supplies again. Looks like the supplies after all of that have kind of evened up again. Both players got the exact same number of workers essentially. One difference is not enough to worry about. And looks like we are going to have Last trying to push down to this bottom right hand corner. He wants to stop his Zerg opponent from expanding. But is Ariador going to be able to hold on to this base? There's a lot of zealots here. He does have +2 attack now, but so does Ariador. The lurkers coming up going to help out these Hydras, at least before they die. A horrific death. Storm coming in. And there we go. And yeah, SCP is right, saying everyone thinks of structural or civil engineers, but there's many different fields. That is a good point. thinking about German engineering, and this is not engineering at all, but one of my favorite memes is the meme about the fact that simulation games are so popular in Germany. I'll talk about it at the start of the next scene, but here we go. Looks like Eriador moving forward with his army, getting caught off guard. I don't think he was paying full attention to his army, and this could be the end of the game here. Last is going to be doing so much damage to Eriador's units. He doesn't have that much to defend anymore. And Eriador making a big misstep with his army. We've got a lot of lurkers at the top, going to be trying to defend this top middle base. But the big problem is going to be defending his main. Yeah, the meme I'm thinking of just before Last goes into this base is the one where it's like, oh boy, he's like sitting in a forklift and he's like, oh boy, I can't wait to go home and play Forklift Simulator. Oh, but here we go. Looks like we do have Last pushing towards the ramp. Another lurker going down. Eriador is still not out just yet. Looks like Last is getting ready to expand in the bottom left-hand corner. But Last is going to have trouble pushing in. This is one thing that you might be able to say about this map that I don't know if it's necessarily imbalanced, but it's why we lead into longer games here, is the fact that it's so hard to push into the 3 base cluster. Looks like the lurkers at the 5th base going to be able to hold on for a little bit against any of the zealots, but is there enough to defend this? This is a lot of Sunkens. Sunkens cannot be killed by Storm, but there is the first Storm on the workers. Can we get a second one? No, no Storm on the workers. It is a macro map, yes. That is a fair point. Storm on the Hydras coming in from behind. Eriador holding on to his 5th base, though, holding on to his 4th. He is down in supply by quite a way, but his economy is very, very strong. But this could be the big problem here. Big Storm drop going to be heading in over here. Zealots dropping to eat the sunken shots. Storm going down on the workers. A 16 worker supply difference now. And oh my god, this is not going to be good. This is going to be disgusting if he drops out here. Looks like we've got a big engagement coming in here though at the 12 o'clock. So he is busy, not quite paying attention to his units. But does he have enough to break this base? Storm going to be doing so much damage to the Hydras that are kind of stuck here. The lurkers at the back going to be going down, but not without taking down all the zealots. More and more units coming in, keeping an eye on the minimap for that shuttle going in for some more worker kills, but looks like we may have this base broken, and if Eriador loses this base, it's going to be hard to be able to retake it. We've got so much more supply here from Last. All of his energy is going into attacking this base right now. He's not doing anything with the shuttle, and there we go. Eriador taps out. GG. And it looks like Last was about to send the shuttle in at the very end. But that's going to win the series for Wico 3-1. Okay, there we go. So it is a 3-1 victory for Wico. Digda taking the win over LML. Speed taking the win over Master A. Cryok taking a very well played game against Mutely on Neo Moonglaive. And then Eriador falling to Last at the last hurdle, giving Wico their, I think this is the 7th win. But okay, let's go for a quick break, and when I'm back, we'll go into series number 2. It's going to be ReV versus iRk. You won't want to miss out. I'll see you guys very, very soon.
Every single day, stress comes in every way. I ain't got no time for nobody. My style is rich, dope, fat, and rich. We'll make a cake today that looks rich. Crack, crack, crack the egg into the bowl.
Crack, crack, crack the egg into the bowl.
M-I-X the flour into the bowl.
M-I-X the flour into the bowl.
Crack, crack, crack the egg into the bowl.
Crack, crack, crack egg into the bowl.
M-I-X the flour into the bowl.
M-I-X and flour into the bowl.
Baking a cake, yes, means you gotta try. I'm doing this for years, but don't ask me why. Butter, butter, butter joins the bowl.
Butter, 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 butter joins the bowl.
You're making us a cake that you've never seen before.
Make us a cake that never seen before. Make us a
Heat up the oven, now we're on a roll.
heat up the oven. Now we roll.
Cheap, cheap, cheap's the name of my soul.
Cheap, 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 cheap. Name your soul.
The other day, I was called a little turkey. But I'm a chicken, got it? Your beef jerky? Put the cake in the oven for a while.
Put cake oven for why.
Leave it there, come on, clean the pile.
Leave there, come clean, pie.
Put the cake in the oven for a while.
Put cake oven for why.
Leave it there, come on, clean the pile.
Leave it there, come on, clean, pie.
Here, I got a little sample.
Here, I don't have a.
Cause ample time's just what we don't have.
Cause money time's just what we don't have. Cause money
The
is.
chicken in the kitchen is making all the sound. The cake is done while we were sitting around. All we gotta do is apply the final touches.
All we gotta do is apply final touch. All we gotta do is
Take out the shrimp, the clam, and the perches.
take out the shrimp, clam, and the perch. Take out the
perch goes here, the clam goes there.
perch goes here, the clam goes here, the clam.
The little tiny shrimps just go everywhere.
The little tiny strip just goes everywhere.
Whatever you likes in the middle, fiddle.
Whatever in the middle.
Seafood cake comes just like the riddle.
Seafood comes just like riddle.
Okay, that wasn't so hard, was it?
No problem. But how'd you get out the TV?
Okay guys, welcome back. We're here for our second series of today. It's going to be iRk versus ReV, and we are going to see something that a lot of people never thought would happen. Starting for iRk against his old team, it's going to be Medinho. We're going to have a TVP to start us off on Tears of Goddess. We've not had many TVPs here so far, so I'm interested to see how this is going to go. We're going to have a TVZ between Vonnie and Hyunwoo, so Hyunwoo has avoided TVZ again. Oya in a PVZ against VIR, and DeWalt in a PVZ against Faust. So we've actually got a good mix of lineups here. We've not got a single mirror. Yeah, Medinho left ReV at the end of Season 3 because he did become a dad, and I think the plan was he moved to iRk to just play 2v2, but he still pops up and plays 1v1 every once in a while. So there we go. Let's get into game one. Let's just start it off. I'm a bit tired, so I'm not going through all the stats and everything. We do that in the game anyway. Let's get started. So one thing I'm going to do is I'm going to wait and then unpause it when the game actually starts, because there is something that you guys probably don't know about, which is actually really cool. And that is the fact that Gossomi in all of his maps puts the recall animation at the start. And it looks really, really nice. Like, it looks actually really, really good. And there we go. It's basically like the units are warping in. But starting us off down here in the bottom right, we finally have the Theron music. Fighting for oh my god, fighting for iRk. It's Medinho. And his opponent spawning up here in the top left-hand corner, fighting for ReV. It's Aeternum. Now, one thing to note about iRk and ReV. iRk are currently 5th in the season, just behind NetWars, Ash, Wico, and Soul. And ReV are currently 9th. ReV are not in a position where they can get into the playoffs, but if they can beat iRk here, then they will be able to help block iRk from being able to make it through. But when you look at the head-to-head stats between these two teams, iRk have won all 6 times ReV and iRk have met in the past. And that is definitely not something that should be easy to break through. Unfortunately, ReV, of course, lost Medinho, they lost Avalov, who were 2 of their strongest players. And it means this season, they've struggled quite a bit. The last season they got into the playoffs, did really, really well to get there as well. But losing Medinho from the roster has made it quite difficult for them. I think there are a few players on ReV as well that don't want to play because of the map pool, but that's just how that is. There was a discussion about STPL, the stream and stuff, in the STPL Discord earlier. If you want to leave any feedback or anything like that about STPL or the stream, do it there. And I will be happy to answer all your questions and say why things are the way they are and stuff like that. So, and I am perfectly fine with you having constructive criticism. I do not mind. Like, I would rather you tell me what your problems are, and then I'll either change it if I think it's actually a problem, or tell you to deal with it. Yeah, this is kind of weird. We never see Medinho play against ReV. I've never seen it. And yeah, you can obviously leave comments in chat, maybe on the YouTube video as well if you want to do that. If you want it mutable. And Mind Flare, if it's the fact I've not made you a mod yet, it doesn't count. If I feel you're deserving of being a mod, I'll make you a mod. Okay, first Zealot is coming out. Aeternum going for a little bit of a push here early on with a probe and a Zealot. Nothing too crazy in a TVP, but this is going to be a little bit awkward for Medinho, who did leave his base to try and build a bunker on the low ground, not expecting the Zealot coming in. So it's going to be 2 Marines against a Zealot and a probe. Realistically, with good micro, which is something that Medinho definitely has from being such a good 2v2 player, we kind of see that the Zealot did absolutely nothing. I don't even think it managed to, yeah, it didn't even manage to get a hit off on anything. So that was a perfect defense. First factory is done. We're going to have the bunker, or we'll probably see the command center built first on the low ground actually. He doesn't need the bunker right away, given he has pushed away the first Zealot. He knows there's no Dragoon coming towards his base yet either, because he would have been able to scout for that. But Vulture going to clean up the Zealot here, and yeah, this is pretty much perfect so far from Medinho. Okay, Medinho gets a good scout as well on Aeternum, going for Dragoon range. Obviously, seeing Dragoon range is not the biggest deal, seeing this Nexus is. And this was actually quite an early Nexus. This was before 4 minutes 20, so Medinho knows there's a base up. There's not really too much he can do about it either, because he is going for mines first. He can put a little bit of pressure on with vultures, but realistically we're not going to see too much done there. I'm just kind of glad we finally get a, we finally get Terran music. Terran music is so good. Like, the best thing about Brood War, like, back in the day, was the observer slots. You could pick what race you wanted to be, and it would give you whatever music you were, rather than what they did in Remastered. So if there's one thing that if we do move back to Shield Battery, I hope they do, it's that it allows you to pick the music you can observe with. Like, or at least the race. Because, like, the Terran overlay always looked best to observe with. Obviously, the Remastered overlay looks a little bit better, even though I'm upset they never fixed the, like, big glaring gap here. I did tell them ages ago that it would be really good if they could do it like the OBS overlay and have, like, this unit frame across, and then just have the playback bar in the middle, because everyone hides that anyway, but they didn't do it in the end, and now Grant's left, so I doubt that's ever going to happen. But, oh well, I suggested it. There was a few things I suggested that got put in, so I don't know, I'm kind of happy about that, but... Oh, mine's going off. Definitely not wanting to do that is Aeternum. Medinho doing a good job so far with his vultures. Very, very good to get as many mines down as far away as possible from your base to make it a little bit harder for the Protoss to push forward. Second gateway is done. Observers are coming out, which means that he's going to be able to clear up these mines, but we've got the Robo Bay coming in as well. First armory coming in around 6 minutes means he's going to be able to go for +1 attack very, very quickly here. Start building towards his sort of +2/1 attack. He's also going for Goliaths quite early, which means he's skipping Starport for the time being. Gives him a way of dealing with those Reavers when they do come in. I like how he's using his Vulture on patrol here to try and pull some of the units back into the mine. I don't know, oh, is he going to get the... Oh, he nearly gets the probe, but needs another hit. Doesn't get the mine off, so the probe is going to be able to expand. Looks like Red Creative in chat is cheering against Medinho because he always used to cheer for him when he was on ReV, but now he feels like he has to cheer against him. The anti-fan. He's made an anti-fan, has the Viking Terran. That's a good point. I haven't called Medinho the Viking Terran yet, but he's not going for dropships this game, so I kind of feel like he's let me down here. If he doesn't go for his Viking longboats, how can I call him the Viking Terran? Okay, nice scan on that first observer, gonna get that. That's more time that Aeternum is not gonna have. He does have that second observer as well, so he does get a scout on the front of the base. But definitely not looking too bad at all. We've got Medinho with his vultures scouting around the other 3 bases, or the other 6 bases I guess it would be, in each of the corners. Is there really... so I thought I'd just quickly look at, like, the channel points. Is there really, like, betting? Because I'm not seeing any betting things. And I really shouldn't be doing this while I'm streaming, but there we go. It's called prediction. Okay. Oh, look at this. The tank is actually on the command center. That's kind of cool. Now, we do have the shuttle coming in here to the left-hand side of Medinho's base. He's got an SCV there, which is going to scout this coming in. This is very nice movement. But looks like Aeternum doesn't want to go in just yet. Yeah, maybe it's only a partner thing. Okay, a lot of players have bets, so I might need to look at that tomorrow. Hopefully it's a little bit quieter at work. Because I did want to look at, like, the channel point stuff. Oh, someone's actually started a prediction thing. Oh, apparently Lucky Noob did it. Okay. No idea. I don't know how that works, but if Lucky Noob wants to continue doing that, feel free. Lucky Noob is King Moderator. Nice mines on those Dragoons to start with. Oh my goodness. Medinho doing such a good job with his Vultures early on. He may not have his longbow, but he doesn't need it. He's raiding anyway. And here he comes into the mineral line here. Can he get this again? Looks like we are going to have a lot of probes going down here. A nice... Oh my god, the mine in the mineral line could be so deadly. Oh, he does pull it away, so he doesn't get as much damage done. The probe should just kill the vulture. Looks like he does manage to do it. Oh no, Eternum's actually clicked on his... Oh, he's clicked on his... Oh, if he kills the Nexus, that would be hilarious, but also very sad. It's so hard to realize you've done this. Oh my goodness. I'm gonna have to keep an eye on this, aren't I? Oh, he stopped. Okay, he has realized, but he did damage the Nexus. He damaged it. There we go. I'm gonna click on this predict thing just to see what it is. Oh, I can't vote either. Okay. It's good having the prediction long because a lot of people don't check the chat straight away. Oh, you can even see who people have predicted in the chat. That's actually really cool. That's actually such a cool idea. 5 minutes is fine though, because it gives enough people chance. But here we go, looks like Medinho getting vultures into the main base, getting 5 kills already, 6 kills, 7 kills, 8 kills, 9 kills? Can he get 10? Yes, he can. 10 kills going down. And oh my god, he's going to get an 11th as well. If he just get 11, can he get 12? 12 is down. And 13 is done as well. Medinho is doing so much damage with his... I don't even know what to call them. I suppose you have so much info after 5 minutes. That is a fair point, but... Okay, more mines going off in the middle of the map. Medinho is kind of getting ahead in this game and kind of staying ahead as well. The Shotland the Reaver went back home, I believe. Either that or wait, yeah, he got the Shotland the Reaver back home but didn't actually do anything with it. He's going to go in for a Storm Drop now. This could be very strong. It's not often we see Storm Drop against Terran, but very nicely placed Storm. Why didn't he Storm twice? Okay, he missed that. Oh, he messed that up a little bit, but there we go. Oh, storming twice on the same place. Not what you want to do. That was a better second storm, but if he'd have stormed here and here, that would have killed so many SCVs. More vultures in the middle of the map. Those zealots coming out. They're going to be taking a lot of damage. These mines can't really afford this right now. Killing a lot of the vultures, though. Nice storm. Second one not too impactful, but does save his final... does show to the side of his final thing. Yeah, the prediction things are really good, but oh my god. He doesn't have enough energy. Oh, if he could have stormed there. Why is he flying away? He's so close to the energy. He may as well go back. A Wraith gonna come out here and kill the shuttle. He should just go for the storm drop again. Goliath gonna come out here as well. Just drop and storm. Drop and storm. You've got so much energy. Oh my goodness. He's gonna lose the shuttle. No! No! He could have done so much damage. Oh, man. Eternum losing out on a little bit of damage here. Check in the time as it hits elite o'clock. 13 minutes 37 seconds into the game, and my ability to continue looking at the clock when it says 13:37 continues to impress me because I do it in real life as well, and it's a bit annoying. But here we go. Looks like we are going to have double shuttles coming in here. This Reaver could do a lot of damage. Oh my god, that's a lot of damage on that Reaver. But the shuttles go down, the zealots go down as well, and I think Medinho should have this game kind of sewn up. Okay, just while we're waiting for both players to engage here, Medinho kind of waiting for some more vultures to come in, given he did lose some. Just to let everyone know, PWN is still said own. It is not pwn, as some people say. That is completely wrong, and anyone who says pwn will be expelled from the chat and real life, because it's just so wrong. If you haven't seen Pure Ownage, then do watch it, it's really good. Like the old web series was really good. The TV series they did was good as well, but it kind of wasn't the same. But yeah, it's really good, and his name is the owner and not the Ponerer for a damn good reason, because it's not Pone. Thank you. That's my rant for the day, but here we go. Looks like Eternum going to try and come in leading with the Dragoons. An interesting choice, but not many Vultures up here. So Zealots are going to be able to get in against the tanks. Grey Storms on those front tanks there. And is Eternum breaking through? Eternum is breaking through here. He's killed nearly all of the tanks. And Medino's tank count is essentially reset. But looks like he does still clear up Eternum's army, but Eternum on 4 base against the 3 from Medino. Clearing that tank count out is definitely going to be feeling pretty good. He got in before +2 attack was done. And he's actually going for 2-2. So that was such a good engagement. Those were almost Jangby Storms. It's just a shame he led with his other units and he lost too many of them, but looks like Vulture's trying to come in here to the 3rd base, trying to glitch his way through, but he doesn't have any mines. Will force... So, oh my god, he gets another... Well, he nearly gets the Observer. Wait, did that mine... The Archon took damage from the mine. No, don't fly a shuttle over the Goliath. Yeah, it was a common typo, that's what it was. It's not from the chess piece porn either. Like, it's just a typo that became, like, popular. Okay, it looks like Eternum going to be able to get into a position. Medino only actually taking the gas at this base, knowing the gas is what he actually needs. He is on 3 gases, of course, due to the map layout. We've got a nice wall off. This is actually... I think this is the longest game we've had on this map. And, ownage is still ownage. It's not ponage. You don't say that. PWN is own in all shapes and forms. Like, it's just own. It's OWN, essentially. Admittedly, no one uses the word ownage anymore, so it's not a big deal. I'm still living like 15 years in the past when people still used LeetSpeak. I must admit, I miss LeetSpeak. I used to use LeetSpeak a lot because I'm a mega nerd, but LeetSpeak is fun to use ironically. I actually brought up LeetSpeak for the first time in ages the other day in a Discord where there's like a load of like Japanese English learners. And essentially like... There's a very similar thing in Japanese where you can use numbers to, like, say words. Because they read the word, or they read the numbers phonetically, so they kind of spell out whatever word is. So, like, 4649 is, like, yoroshiku. But, that's when I brought up LeetSpeak, and I was like, yeah, if you want to know some really weird old English, this is LeetSpeak. Also, you forget that the K was a pipe and a more or less than sign. So, there we go. You messed up, Mind Flayer. It'll be interesting to see how the predictions go here, because most people predicted Medino, and I do wonder if Eternum's going to win this. Medino obviously does have a maxed army. He's up in supply and workers. But Eternum technically does have an extra base on his opponent. It's just, is it going to matter? Looks like Medino coming in with so many vultures again. He always seems to find a way to sneak his way into the bases. Apparently Mind Flayer is the only person who voted for Eternum here, unfortunately. But Medino is going to be able to kill the Nexus. He's going to kill a Nexus with vultures. You never ever see this. Now, somehow Medino's base is still alive. So that base is mining, and Eternum is not going to kill it for some reason. I don't know if he doesn't realize it re-landed. The Nexus falls, and Medino is just getting very, very far ahead now. 2-2 is done, 3-3 should be on the way. About, let's say that's about a fifth of the way through. Looks like Eternum trying to move down to secure the bottom left-hand corner of the map. If he can hold on to it, we can have a very long game on our hands. Trouble is, there's so many channel points you can win from betting, and there's absolutely nothing worthwhile to spend them on. I need to find a way to, I need to find a way of, like, making channel points worthwhile, but oh my god, Medino coming in, killing High Templar, this is so annoying. He gets another one! Aeternum needs Storm. If he wants to break these tanks, he needs Storm. And he's just taking so much damage. We just saw elite amount of minerals there as well. And yeah, this is kind of crazy. And we do have a Storm drop coming in here. There's a lot of High Templar here, but maybe not storming the best place. If anything, storming dropping at this point is maybe helping out Medino a little bit more, because he needs more army supply and not workers, and he's already ahead in workers. So I feel those 4 storms would have been better used on the army, but still, I'm not a Protoss player. I can't judge Protoss. Looks like this probe is actually blocking a lot of the army from being able to go down to the bottom left, which is kind of a Jaedong moment, but not quite. If you guys want to free the Dodal, you can add to the prize pool on Matrino. If we reach the $2,000 prize pool goal, I will free the Dodal in Season 4, or 5 even. I don't necessarily want to do it, but I'll give you guys a way of doing it. Because I know you guys want it. It's all you've been talking about. Don't know what the big deal about a massive shaved cock and balls is, but if that's what people want, that's what people shall get. Now this probe is still with the army. I'm not really sure what it's doing down here, but Medino has kind of just defended his way to victory so far. Like, he has been doing a really, really good job. He's taken the top right-hand corner. Oh. Oh, Medino. Oh, Medino. There we go. Medino going for nukes. Are we going to see the nukes come in? Yeah, the Dodal is literally a cartoon shaved cock and balls. That's their logo. That's Red's logo. Yeah, we have shite range. We have sight range coming in for ghosts. Aeternum going to be able to take out the top right hand base. Aeternum is still only on 29 probes. Oh my god. I can't believe it. That was such a Freudian slip. But there we go. Looks like the ghosts aren't really going to have a chance to come out here because Medino is killing more and more workers. And no, I'm not gonna do that with... What the hell? Post 4K, what the hell? What the hell did you think I was doing? What? Ghost Vision upgrade is really important if you're gonna nuke. It increases the nuke range, if I remember correctly. Oh, that final... Oh my god, that final mine. Oh no, the mine. Oh no, this one vulture is going to kill all the probes. We've got an 80 supply advantage now for Aeternum. Medino is flying his command center back. He's got a nuke ready. Does he have a ghost? There is a single ghost here. And I've just realized the ghost gun looks like the Mega Buster from Mega Man. But looks like Aeternum coming in. He's coming in with some nice storms. Nice D-Matrix on that front tank. Saves the tank. Nice storms on the SCV. Still 100 supply advantage though for Medino. Even if he loses this base, it's like he's building another nuke silo. And Medino holds on. Aeternum down to 21 probes. He is starting to build probes again, but he never rebuilt his Nexus up here. And it's not because it's bugged either. Like, the replay isn't even bugged because Medino's building, like, stuff. Medino's still adding on more workers. This game is definitely done, but I want to see a nuke. Here we go. We're going to have a nuke. We're going to do it. 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 The nuke coming out of the silo. Nuclear launch detected. We've got vultures coming in at this base as well. But this is what we all want to see. We want to see the nuke land, even if it's just going to kill cannons. There we go. 3, 2, 1. Kaboom! Gets all the probes as well. And there we go. GG's. A turnip taps out. Medino wins game number 1.
I'm working in the flea market so early. I've been working here since my mama was a baby. Just because the rhythm is slow, that don't mean that you can't flow. In the rain or in the snow,
In the rain or in the snow.
got the funky flow.
Got the funk flow. Got it.
In the rain or in the snow,
In the rain or in the snow.
got the funky flow.
Got
Okay, welcome back, guys. We are here for game number 2. It's Vodi versus Hirmu. Starting us off here in the 12 o'clock location, we do have Vodi fighting from Sweden. And he will fight against his mortal enemy here from Finland, spawning down here in the 6 o'clock location, avoiding ZBZ again. It's Hirmu. As our Magenta's out. And we don't have the Terran music. It's a fix. Not only was that poll the greatest steal, the fact I'm like, it's against us. We don't get the Terran themes. It's annoying. Not fair. Oh well. This Zerg theme is pretty banging. Wouldn't say it slaps like the Terran themes, but it's still good. Okay, Lucky Noob has thrown up the prediction in the chat. Put your names down and your channel points to see who you think is going to win the game. If you're lucky, someone like Mindflayer is going to predict the wrong person, and they will lose everything, and you will get a load of channel points which you can spend on I'm not sure what yet. So we need to... If you guys want to... I should probably set a channel point reward to say, like, give me a channel point reward to set you. Mindflayer saying he hates me because I just called him out. Oh well. Let's see how the predictions are gonna go. I think Vodi, I don't want to... Okay, so Vodi has got 48k at the moment going towards him at the moment, so I think overall Vodi should be the one. There's a 2 times multiplier as well at the moment. Apparently, why does it say tier 3 sub? There's tier 3 sub somewhere, I don't know why. When I click on predict, it comes up with... Oh, so wait, the tier 3 subs get more vote, more points? I don't know. But yeah, we definitely don't have a tier 3 sub here, I don't think. But we've got Vadi going for a wall in, knowing that Hienru is quite often going for those very aggressive builds, so I'm gonna get that there. Someone called Dead Infested in chat voting with his Zerg brethren just in case. That's a good point. If you like bet very little and they lose, you're gonna get a big payout at the end of it. Dead Infested, he's hedging his bets here. Hedging his bets. Oh, but we've got an idle drone here. Oh, it's not idle, it's just waiting to go in the gas. Spawning pool is done. 6 links starting immediately. Body with his expansion coming up. He is going for gas, so he is going to be going for a factory behind this. And that, I mean, that's kind of more obvious by the fact he's got the barracks at the front of his base. You don't kind of want to do that if you're going for bio. Now, is Hienru going to go for it? He's hiding his third base. Hienru is building a hatchery in the top left-hand corner. Watch this. There we go. This is a move that can win you the game. Vadi is very unlikely to check that base. That is going to give you a very good staging ground to attack. And as I learned playing against Age on another map, it was Eclipse I played against him. If you go Lurker Drop from here, it is so close to your opponent's main. So close. I bet Dead Infested right now is feeling pretty good in chat for voting for Hienru because this is looking good. Browser Hero for ReV. Gonna get revenge on iRk for taking the first game. Medino obviously kind of betraying his team, moving over to iRk and then stabbing them in the back by winning game number 1. But can ReV pull a win off against iRk here? Oh, it's going to be rough. It feels almost dirty talking about it. Medino didn't stab his team in the back, by the way. He's not an evil person. It's just me playing up like the whole thing. But we've got an academy coming in. So the academy coming in means we're going to have bio behind this. He is just going to go for a starport, possibly a vulture drop, possibly a marine drop early on, or maybe just some wraiths. But given the fact we do have an academy coming up with the armory, the armory means, okay, the armory's weird because the armory means we're more than likely seeing Valkyries or Goliaths, but going for the academy this early when you've got mech isn't normal. Okay, we've got the Spire coming in, so I don't think it's going to be, well, it's definitely not going to be a Lurker drop. Hienru just going to be content with the fact his third base should be safe for the time being. Yeah, we've got Stim coming in, so this, oh my god, he's going Valconic, isn't he? Engineering Bay coming up as well. We're going to have a control tower. We are going to have a Valkyrie pop out. That is my favorite units. My absolute favorite units, the Valkyrie. I don't care what anyone says. The Valkyrie is like the coolest unit in the game. And Valconic is my favorite build, so there we go. If you don't know much about me, in like 2009 and 2010, when Fancy was literally the only people building Valkyries, there I was on ladder, building Valkyries as well, losing every game, but having fun playing Valconic. But Zul'Junim, this is a team league. It's a global team league. It's been running for 4 seasons already. But we've got some of the best players in the world playing. We've got the best teams inside, well, we've got one of the best teams inside Korea and all of the best teams outside of Korea. So it's pretty cool. Okay, so we do have the Muteless coming out here for Hienru. He's kind of building up. He's built the hatchery, but not built any drones up here just yet. He's not built any Muteless over here either. Body going for a scan on the natural. Sees the Muteless heading towards his base. Sees the creep colonies. Now, Valconic is weird. Well, it's not weirdly weak, but it is quite weak early game. Valkyrie is very, very fragile. They do die to 2 Scourge, which means you have to be very careful with them. But if you can play with them perfectly, you can essentially make the Mutalisks worthless because they cannot engage your bio without you doing a ton of damage. And that is why they're so good. We've got 2 Valkyries here already. This is a good timing for Vadi to start moving out. He has range now as well. The Valkyries also help you clear up Overlords very quickly. And this is going to be a very cool timing to watch, because it's not very often you see foreign Terrans going for Valconic. And it's really cool that we get to see it. Okay, we've got the Mutalisk trying to come in from behind. They will be going for some of the reinforcements. Scourge coming in. These Scourge are going to be very important. The Valkyries, though, you can see how much damage they can do. But look at this, he's going to get one of the Valkyries. The second one going to be in trouble. But every volley of the Valkyrie does so much damage until you get +1 Carapace. And I don't think he's going to go for Carapace. No, he's going for attack. Now, attack is good, but you have to be in a position to make it work, and he's just not. The bio is going down, though, but not without heavy losses from Hirmu here. And the second Valkyrie should be out again. Yep, we've got 2 Valkyries at the front. And that's how we have it. Now, one thing as we go into a little bit of a lull, obviously if you guys have been watching me for a long time, you'll know that I've fallen deep into the rabbit hole of playing VR chat every day. But one of the cool things I get to do, because I know Japanese, and there are a ton of Korean people that know Japanese, every time I meet a Korean person, I usually ask them if they watch or have watched StarCraft 1, and most of them have. It's really cool. Most of them don't watch it anymore because most people in Korea just watch League and Overwatch, but it's still kind of cool learning that people around my age followed Brood War back in the day as well, and we can have like short conversation about that. It's kind of cool. That is one of the coolest things about learning a second language. The fact that if there's someone from another country that you can't speak with, if they know the same second language as you, you can still talk to them. But yeah, there's a lot of drones going down at this base. The hatchery getting discovered before lurkers and sunkens were up here means this is not going to go very well. Scourge coming in, getting one of the Valkyries, but there's still 2 remaining. The Scourge getting killed by the Marines. And I think this is going to possibly be the end of the game here for poor Hirmu. He's got 5 heavily damaged Mutalisks. They're going to waddle their way back home. And they're not going to be able to defend this base. The base is going down. Gas is going to go down. All of the lava have been cancelled. And Hirumu's in a lot of trouble now. I love Valkyries so much. And I know I'm yawning as I'm saying that, but I'm tired. But Valkyries are so cool. I don't care about what anyone says. They may not be good units, but they're still really cool. Also, they're good in certain situations, but Scourge unable to connect with the Valkyries. We've got 3 up here already. Did he go for +1 air attack? No, he didn't. But the Mutalisk taking damage from turrets as they're flying around, trying to find any damage he can. He will stop the command center from coming up. Nice scan on the Mutalisk there by Vadi to see what's going on. Back at home, not too much going on. We've got, obviously, Vultures sitting out here. This one does have 6 kills. I don't think it killed any major units or anything. It didn't kill... Wait, did that kill the drones at the 3rd, I guess? Now we've got a 3rd hatchery coming up in the main base. We've got Hirmu coming in where the Valkyries are not to engage with the bio. Looks like the Valkyrie's going to try and fly in from behind. He is going to clear up the bio though, which is something, but then he's going to sit as... Oh, he's going to sit as Mutalisk on top of the Valkyries. I think this is game over. Oh, Valkyries are so cool. They do 6 damage per rocket. And oh... When you don't have... I don't know. Valkyries... Okay. Corsairs beat Valkyries if the Valkyries are stacked. But if the Valkyries are not stacked and the Corsairs are, Valkyries win. Valkyries versus Corsairs is kind of strange, because it's not a situation you ever really see. But it all depends on who stacks the most, because if Corsairs are stacked within Valkyrie fire, they will be very good. But yeah, I'm really glad to watch Valkyries kill units. Like, I don't care. They'll kill anything and I'll kill all the mines. Mines are good units as well. We've got 5 Valkyries down here. Another one coming in. We're going up to 6. And we're going to hit the sprite limit very soon. And they're going to do no damage, but They'll still be cool. Okay, so the reason why I like the Valkyrie is their attack reminds me of Macross. Like, kind of Gundam as well, but Gundam doesn't really have the missile attacks as much. But in Macross, like, one of the coolest things in that, one of the coolest things about Macross is the basically, like, the spaceships that fire out massive amounts of missiles. I think this is where they got the idea from the Valkyrie attack. Oh, the Patrol Micro coming in as well. Vadi too good. You know what? Vadi is great. King of the skies right now. That's feeling pretty good. Using a Valkyrie to pull the other muteless back here. Scourge are basically the common enemy of the Valkyrie because they immediately kill Valkyries, but maybe a little bit over micro, but nice. Almost saving that Valk there, not quite doing it. But now we're down to 4. Valkyries did lose 2, but did do a load of damage to the air again. And I kind of feel sorry for Hiremu because this is basically the second TBZ he's got in a row where he's essentially lost to Valkyries. Because he lost to hit him up building like 8 Valks and killing all his air. And that's exactly what Vadi's done as well. Now Nikki in chat says, why is this game still going? Because Hiremu is technically not dead until he dies. He can still stay in as long as he wants. Fight until the very end. That is the best way to play Brood War. You never know what's going to happen. And he's just trying to keep Dead Infested stream alive of getting some channel points. So, there we go. More and more Patrol Micro coming in. Did he have? If he got +1, this game would be over. Like, there would be no way +1 would not kill everything. But going for +1 air attack is kind of weird. He's actually going for... he went for 1-1 on ground, so he is going for mech behind this. So he went Valconic into mech. Vadi is essentially just playing like fancy now, but there we go. GTG, gotta go. Hiremu taps out, and Vadi wins game number 2.
I need to go just as bad as you. What I had this morning, I don't even wanna say to you. Kick, punch, turn, and chop the door.
Kick, punch, turn, shot, door.
Or I will fall to the floor.
Or I will fall to the floor. I fall to the floor.
Kick, punch, turn, and chop the door.
Kick, punch, turn, shot, door.
Or I will fall to the floor.
Or I fall to the floor. Or I fall.
No way. I've been sitting in my car, yes, now for days. Did you check the toilets on the right?
Did check the toilet on, did check, right.
Did you check the toilets on the left?
Did check the toilet on, did check, left.
Did you check the toilets on the right?
Did check toilet on, did check the right.
Did you check the toilets on the left?
Did check toilet on, did check toilet on, left.
Okay, you win.
Ribbit, I can't hold it. Last toilet with me up, me already sold it. In the rain or in the snow, I got the funky flow, but now I really got to go.
In the rain or in the snow, you got the funk flow, you got the funky, but now you really got it up. But now
The toilet over there will bring you luck, so give up, I got no time to spare.
the toilet over there will bring luck. The toilet will give up. I got time to spend. I got no.
In the rain or in the snow, I got the funky flow, but now I really got to go.
In the rain or in the snow, you got the funk flow. But now
The toilet over there will bring you luck, so give up, I got no time to spare.
the toilet over there will bring luck. The toilet there, so give. I got time to spend. I got time to.
I'm me losing up, I'm out of here.
Walk the walk, even if you can't just talk the talk. I got a call. I am a chicken from the kitchen, and I ain't kidding, although nothing is written.
You sick from kids and you hit and you not written nothing. You are sick from not written nothing. You are sick nothing and you ain't.
Crack, break, fix the door, you know. I gotta go, so yes, open up, you know.
Crack, break, fix. I got go open. You know. Crack, break, fix. I got open. I got go open. I got it.
I am a chicken from the kitchen, and I ain't kidding, although nothing is written.
you chick from, and you hit on nothing, nothing. You a chick, and you hitting nothing, and you are, and you nothing, you are, and you nothing. Is
Crack, break, fix the door, you know. I gotta go, so yes, open up, you know.
crack, I got open, I got the crack, break, fix the open, I got gold, crack, open, you know, I got gold, open up.
It's all yours.
Ah, this is life.
Okay, starting us off down here in the bottom left-hand corner, fighting in the blue for ReV, it's VIR. And his opponent spawning down here in the bottom right-hand corner, fighting for iRk, it's Oya. Looks like VIR and Oya talking about something to do with Sweden, maybe? I saw Norway, so maybe they were like talking about like a sports match between Norway and Sweden and something. Oh, they're talking about the handball final. You know, it's so weird, like handball is just not a thing in the UK. But in like the Scandinavian countries and like Northern Europe, handball is massive, right? Like, handball's like one of the biggest sports, right? It's so weird, like no one in the UK cares about handball at all. I didn't even know there were tournaments for it. It's so strange how like cut off from everything but football the UK is. Like, essentially I don't like football, but the three main sports in the, or the five maybe, main sports in the UK, the biggest one is obviously football, then you have rugby, then you have cricket, golf and tennis. And then like smaller than that but still quite big is snooker and darts. Okay, spawning pool coming in here on 9 supply. So 9 pool coming in from VIR behind a hatchery. This was a 9 hatch into a 9 pool. So this is really strange. Now Oya actually just... Wait, what? So there's like a ghost who like pointed at the minimap to tell me to look there. Apparently players can do that and I can see it. So what the hell? Maybe that's like a way to like confuse observers. You just start pinging everywhere. I didn't know you could do that. Like, what the hell? I definitely didn't do it. There's a ghost. Looks like most people are saying that Oya is going to win. Doesn't surprise me. Oya is a very strong Protoss player right now. I think without a doubt he's the 3rd best Protoss player outside of Korea at the moment. And that's saying a lot because there's a lot of really good Protoss players outside of Korea. But I'd put Bonith and DeWalt kind of currently joint top. And then like Oya in 2nd. Yeah, the odds aren't looking too good if you're into betting because just everyone is betting the one person. So if you're betting, you're not going to get much back. You're basically always wanting to bet against the one everyone's going to win. Okay, so it looks like the Zealot at the front doing a decent amount of damage. 3 lings to his name, definitely not terrible. And forcing a lot of lings out, but given the fact I think VIR was going for a ling all in anyway, I think forcing the extra lings isn't a big problem. More killing the 3 lings is the big issue, but looks like we are going to have 2 lings clean this up. Going to get the probe as well. And we are going to have the ling all in activate here. There's no cannon, and there is a gap in the wall. So I do not feel like this is going to go very well here. A probe coming up at the top. All he has to do is hold until the cannon is done. But he really should be pushing through the lings, but he's going to try and go for the gateway here. This is a good move. The gateway goes down, he can get in the base. The second Zealot is not... Oh, it does spawn. But this is going to be a problem, because now there's 2 Zealots. Like, literally all of Oya's probes, or at least most of them, He's only got 4 probes mining right now because he knows all he has to do is hold on until the second cannon is done. Now, another Zealot is going to get into the main base. It has killed 2, but I think that's Lings. Given the fact we do have so few drones anyway for our Zerg player. And I think Oya may have just won the game by that defense. Now gets another drone as well, so it's only 7 drones against 20 probes. But there is still a ton of Lings. This is a lot of Lings, definitely needs to be respected. And there's no full wall. He's not rebuilt his gateway yet. There's going to be 3 cannons. Oh, you should technically have this, but Lings can still win from this position. And there's going to be a lot of people losing a lot of channel points if these Lings break through. But let's have a look. Can he break through? He gets through the wall. He gets on top of the cannons. This is a very important moment. If he kills all the cannons, this is probably going to be game over. The Zealots falling down. 5 Lings, 4 Lings even, getting into the main base. Can he kill enough probes to make this worthwhile? Not too sure, but this is definitely not looking good for Oya right now. It's definitely not the end of the world. There's only 1 cannon up at the front, which is going to be able to help defend against this. But 2 of the... Wait, he's still got all the he's still got all the Lings here. There's still 25 probes. But this is definitely affecting the mining. VIR doing a pretty good job with his Ling micro in the main base, but does lose some of his Lings there. Definitely doesn't want to lose any Lings, but he does want to kill... He's trying so bad to kill this Zealot. But we're going to get ready for round 2. We still don't have a full wall here. Looks like 2 of the Lings moving forward a little bit too soon. But he's going to get in. He's going to try and get on top of the cannons. He's going to get one of the cannons at least, but no, he's not. Never mind. I think this is it. I think this is game over now. VIR's all in, hasn't worked. He's not built a single drone in the last 6 minutes. So yeah, this is pretty much done. There's no way that Oya is going to take damage anymore. Interesting he never built a gateway here again, but I guess he just wasn't that bothered. Core coming up as well. Oh yeah, safe as houses behind his wall. And with 4 cannons, it doesn't matter how many Lings you build, you've only got 7 drones. He's building another hatchery. A hatchery isn't going to help him right now. He needs drones. He needs an economy, and there we go. GG, he taps out. Oh yeah, stays in to watch all the Lings die. And that'll be it for game number 3. See you guys for game number 4. Okay, starting us off up here in the top left hand corner, we do have DeWalt, the Miracle Toss, fighting for iRk. This man is currently rank 3 in the STPL ELO system with 22-10 ELO. He's got a 69% win ratio against Zerg, which is pretty nice. And he has more wins to his name than any other player in the entire STPL. And he is up against the man in blue in the top right hand corner fighting for ReV. We have, after a very long absence, the return of Faust. Now Faust is a man who at one point went Evo Chamber first in the ZVZ. And he's back again. In his last 10 games, he's only won 1. And he's only won 2 games overall. But can he perform a miracle and take down the Miracle Toss here? I don't know. We'll have to find out. But I'm going to say, if you're going to make a bold gambit bet, vote Faust. Vote Faust. People are shorting on DeWalt. That's what the hedge funds have paid me to say. May not be true, but that's what the hedge funds want. And we all want to do what the rich people want, so I don't know. Oh, sorry, did I say paid? I meant to say they gave me my laundry in this big bunny bag. I mean, laundry bag with a dollar sign on it. Okay, Faust is going for a 9 hatch into a 9 pool, doing what VIR did. This is the ReV special for this week in STPL. How is this going to play out? Is he going to be able to break DeWalt? Or are we going to see a repeat of what happened to Oya? The games were played at exactly the same time, so there's no way Oya could have warned DeWalt this is happening. Or it could be happening. I mean, DeWalt scouted it, so he knows what's coming anyway, but let's find out. Looks like Cadenti, it's not an Evo Chamber Cadenti. It's an extractor and a pool. He's playing legit. He's playing legit here. Forge coming in for DeWalt before Nexus, so he knows that he has to build a cannon. I didn't quite see how the predictions went. That's one problem with the prediction system. When it disappears, oh, you can see it. The 3 people voted for DeWalt, 3 people voted for Faust, but it's 1k against 210, 83% to 17. There we go, 83% DeWalt, yeah. I wonder if you can add like a panel on the dashboard to see that all the time. Not too sure, but DeWalt keeping his probe alive as long as he possibly can, gonna make things a little bit easier. You missed the bets. Yeah, there was a prediction thing, but oh, you can see it on a different window. I didn't know you could do that. That's quite cool. But first cannon is done. The wall is essentially complete. And the trifecta of power is slowly but surely coming into speed. But Faust is going for drones. He's not going straight lings off the back of like 9 or 7 drones, however many it was. He's macroing up. And macroing up against the wall is a dangerous play to make. But then if you're Faust, macroing up can lead to some magical things. Looks like we've got 3 drones coming up in the natural, 2 in the main, 3rd drone should be coming in when that finishes. Hydra then coming in as well. Is Faust going for like a 2-hatch Hydra all in? Is this a thing? Hydra speed coming in. No 3rd hatchery still. Can Faust break DeWalt? Okay, so I'm gonna make a bold gambit here. I don't know if this is true. Faust's rank is 182. He has 1,814 ELO. DeWalt is rank 3 with 2,210. I think if Faust can win this game, it will be, without a doubt, the biggest upset I think there would have ever been in the STPL. Hydras are popping. And once you pop, you just can't stop. It's like Pringles. I don't know if Faust is ranked last. I'm not sure how I check that, actually. I don't think I can check that. Yeah, I don't think I can check that, but I think he's quite low. Faust has played a lot more than 5 games. Faust has played 19 games and he's won 2 of them, so... Okay, so Faust hit his Hydras. He's not shown them just yet. DeWalt does not know what's coming just yet either. And the attack has been activated. DeWalt back at home only has 2 cannons. +1 is nowhere near done, it's only just started. And there are not many zealots here at all. And this could be rough for our Russian hero here. Oh my god, is Faust gonna win? Is Faust gonna win this game? A 3rd cannon's coming in, but Faust has so many Hydras. Here we go, he's pushing forward. The zealots have been pulled out. He knows he has to hold on. Probes are being pulled here. Oh my god, how much damage can Faust do? He's killed 4 probes now, 5 probes. He killed a few of the zealots as well. And there's more Hydras coming. But here we go, looks like Faust trying to get on top of the cannons. So many cannons being panic warped in here. He knows he needs the cannons to hold on. But could Faust do it? He has enough Hydras. He could go in and push the cannons, but doesn't want to just yet. One of the problems with 2 Hatch Hydra rather than 3 Hatch Hydra is you don't have much lava. This is so many cannons coming in from the wall. He does not want to lose this game. He does not want to lose this game. Building an extra cannon up here as well. Looks like the Forge is going to be taken down. +1 is going to be cancelled. But let's see what's going on back up here. With Templar Archives is coming in. The Corsair is doing a decent amount of... Well, it's his other Corsair killed a couple of Overlords, I think. But Faust is breaking down the wall. He's breaking down the walls of oppression. Can he break down DeWalt here? There's so many cannons. Oh my goodness. King Venom is losing his kingship here. His kingdom is being overthrown, usurped by DeWalt because he has got so many cannons. Lucky Noob saying this is the DeWalt. That's actually really good. Oh my god, but Faust ain't breaking these cannons. But DeWalt ain't doing anything, right? If you build this many cannons, you ain't leaving your base. You ain't leaving your base for a very long time. Oh my goodness. This is so many cannons. I've not seen this many cannons in PvP in so long. Oh my goodness. Now Faust has got a 3rd base coming in. He's going to try and transition out of this. He's coming back in. He wants to get the cannons, but there's so many. There's so many cannons. He's killing them though. Cannons are good, but if he can come in from the right angle, if he moves all his Hydras up here, he can avoid the bottom cannons. But Faust, he's killed a few of the cannons. There's no... Well, there is another Forge. He's rebuilt his Forge, so he's adding cannons on again. He is going to be able to kill one of the pylons. +1 is already coming back up in the main. 2 additional gateways coming in up here. 3 additional gateways, sorry. Storm is about to be finished. And the timer is all but done here. DeWalt has held. And DeWalt will probably be able to win this game from here, but Faust is going to stay in, going to see what he can do. We've got no gas mining at the natural. We've got 2 gas mining at the main as well. Faust obviously spending a lot of money on mineral units, so not worried too much about gas at the moment. But Faust's time is running out. If Faust could maybe have gone for like lurker drops or something, maybe he could have made something happen here given how many cannons there are. But there's no way he's breaking this front anymore. Looks like Faust coming in. Oh my god, the storm's so good. So many dead Hydras. GG, Faust taps out. He made a valiant effort. And the 2 High Templar kissing at the end as well. Look at that. They're kissing for their victory. The Storm was so good, they're like, you know what? Let's just do it. Let's kiss. It's all good. We've made a good win. But good game to the Walt. 4-0 there for iRk. But ReV definitely put up a valiant effort. Okay, so looking at the results, of course it was a 4-0. Medinho getting his first win over his previous team. Vodi taking a win over Hirmu. Oya taking a win over VIR. And DeWalt winning with the DeWalt there over Faust. Surviving, weathering the 2-hatch Hydra Storm. And then winning with his own storms at the end. So, once again, a massive shout out to our sponsors. Not Liquipedia, they're not sponsoring us this season. Esport Fund and Maturino. Esport Fund, obviously, an amazing group of people. It's all community funded. There's like a funding committee which Ariador is on. They decide what money to give to what tournaments. Maturino, obviously, incredibly good as well. Maturino, a very safe way of donating to the prize pool. If you want to donate to the prize pool to help free the Doodle and help meet our $2,000 goal, click on the Maturino link. You can add 50 cents to the prize pool completely free using the code STPL-S4, or if you want to donate money, you can do that as well. We're just over $600 away from the goal. If we can make it at the end, it would be very good. But thank you once again, everyone, for tuning in. I've had a good time. Hopefully you guys have had a good time as well. I'm going to find someone to raid, and I will see you guys next time. If you're watching this, you're watching the STPL. Hopefully you've been enjoying what you've seen so far. If you want to help me make more STPL content to bring more tournaments to you, please support us on Patreon, which you can find up here. And also, there's so many different things you can get through Patreon. One of the main and one of the easiest ones to get is, of course, access to all of the replays of the STPL so far. We've had some amazing games, such as some of the games you can see just over here.